In this video, I'm going to show you how to go ahead and set up a gameplay scene inside of OBS Studio, like adding your gameplay, adding your webcam, and adding overlays to that scene so that it looks professional. Let's go ahead and dive in. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure you have your OBS open. On the left-hand side under scenes, you're going to want to select the plus icon, and we're going to name this gameplay. You're going to select OK. And that's going to go ahead and give us a clean canvas. We're then going to want to go ahead and select sources and select the plus icon. And then we want to go ahead and select video capture device if you're using a capture card. If you're using your computer to be able to game and stream, you're going to use a screen capture. So I'm using a capture card, so I'm going to use video capture device. I'm going to name this capture card. I'm going to select OK. And then under devices, it's going to give you the option for your capture card. So I'll select the Game Capture HD60X. Press OK, and you'll see that my gameplay will now appear. I'm going to go ahead and lock this, that way this doesn't move. And now we want to go ahead and add our webcam. So we'll click to the plus icon, we'll come to video capture device again, we'll name this cam, we'll press OK, and now under devices, you're going to see the option for your camera, and
quicker than I thought I would by just grinding out hardcore face-off. You're trying to be as efficient as possible here. I think having some kind of tracker is super useful. In the past, I've just used like random spreadsheets that community people have created on like Excel and whatnot. This year though, I was actually just using the CODmunity camo tracker that they have built into their site. You guys hear me talk about CODmunity a lot. I post a lot of my class setups and loadouts over there. We use it for various different purposes here on the channel, and they actually went through, they made a full-on camo tracker, and I just found that to be a nice easy way to go through and just keep track of which ones I'm working on, you know, how far I've gotten on certain gold ones, certain you know, weapon categories. So I'll leave a link to that down in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. Definitely made my life a little bit easier in terms of just the layout of it all, so I can actually plan things out and, okay, I have this many SMGs left, I've got this many rifles left, so on and so forth. But getting into the actual challenges here, first up, before you can do anything on your dark matter camo grinds, you have to do the base military camos on all weapons. And pretty much for every single weapon sub the launchers, you have to get headshots. Launchers and melees actually are just straight up kills, or, you know, score streak and whatnot, eliminations if you want to go about it that way. I think just straight up getting kills is much easier. But for pretty much every other weapon in the game, you have to get 100 headshots. It's time consuming, it's tedious, it's pretty boring. The absolute best way to optimize this though is just straight up play hardcore, preferably hardcore face-off. Those are the smaller maps. There's going to be more action, more potential for kills there. I was able to actually fly through headshots way quicker than I thought I would by just grinding out hardcore face-off. You'll have matches where you go 17 and 36 and it is what it is. You'll have other matches where you get 20, 25 headshots done in a single game, and it's super rewarding. You can mess around with some builds, you know, like the headshot based barrel is nice, but ultimately just the most streamlined way to go about this is to play hardcore, aim for the head, use an optic that you think you're very accurate with, you find easy to use, build your setups around recoil as well to make that a little bit easier there. After you go through and complete 100 headshots though on any given weapon or on every weapon, you then move into your special camos. Every single weapon has 2 special camos you have to complete before you can go through and unlock gold. And I've gotten down all of the different special camos across the entire weapon arsenal, right? So going through these one by one, some are more straightforward, some do have some efficient ways to complete them. First up, with launchers, you have to destroy aerial streaks and get 10 direct impact kills. With the Sigma locking on, aerial streaks is a breeze. That's super straightforward. With the HE1 or whatever it's called there, that one not as easy. You really have to use that middle black bar to line up the score streak and then get it just out of the scope's view and then fire. This is a trial and error sort of thing. You're gonna fire it once and see that you are way ahead or way behind on the rocket, and then you just have to adjust accordingly. Trying to get as close to being directly underneath a UAV or a counter UAV as possible also makes life a lot easier there. And then for the direct impact kills, I actually played core for this just because if you direct impact an enemy, it's gonna be a one-hit kill in core, and that was just a little bit easier to reassure that I did get the challenge progress done, rather than playing hardcore where you can you know, blow up an enemy really regardless of where the rocket hits if it's landing remotely close to them. So I actually just found that to be a little bit more streamlined there. You then get into some of the more standard challenges though that you'll see repeated across various different weapons and weapon categories. Like for instance, kills shortly after sprinting. For this one, I play with automatic tac sprint or the tac sprint assist set to that. So basically every time I'm moving forward, I'm going to be going into a sprint. I'd also recommend changing to the you know, auto tac sprint or a single tap sprint setting there too. That way you're always going to be sprinting when you're moving, and then you can go into a slide, a jump shot, or you can pre-aim a corner, and then if you get a quick kill there, it's going to track towards that. That one's going to happen naturally a lot just simply by playing the game. Getting kills without taking damage, by far the best way to do this, play hardcore. Pretty much everything's a 1 to 2 shot kill. If you take damage in hardcore, you're gonna just die. You're gonna restart the next life, right? Whereas in core, you can keep surviving there if you're taking damage. It's just way more streamlined in hardcore, and quite frankly, a lot of these challenges are going to be. Kills with the suppressor, I mean, that's as straightforward as it gets. Put the suppressor on your weapon and just go out and frag out, right? Hipfire kills, you can do a little bit here with attachments to optimize your hipfire accuracy, whether it's with stocks, lasers, whatever the case is. Again, that one's pretty straightforward. Once more, I think hardcore, just running and gunning on some of those face-off maps that are so close quarters, is going to make hip fire pretty easy there. Kills with the various different combat specialties. You'll have some challenges for the Enforcer combat specialty, the Recon combat specialty, or the Strategist combat specialty. This one again is very straightforward. You just have to stack those perks for whatever specialty is needed there. Perk greed can also help out if you're still trying to have a decent setup. Like if you have to use the Strategist combat specialty, but you still want to have, you know, Ghost on, or you still want to have Dexterity on, perk greed can give you that extra option there. So keep that in mind. But again, those ones are all things considered pretty straightforward. So our kills with a 4 times or higher scope, all the descriptions of the scopes are accurate. So anything that says it's a 4 times, it's a 6 times, just throw on one of those and that'll track for that. Kills shortly after switching weapons is a rough one because it doesn't sound like it should be, but the tracking is just not good, particularly on the baseball bat. This was awful. For me to get it to track on the baseball bat, I had to actually get a kill with my primary, switch to my baseball bat, and then get a kill. So I basically had to get double kills. That's not how it had to work for some of my friends. They were just able to switch to their bat right next to an enemy and quickly get that hit off. And you'll know if this tracks, you'll get a hot swap metal pop-up. This also applies for a couple of other weapons as well, but just keep in mind that one for tracking is really, really obnoxious. You may want to try out that method of doing damage or getting a kill with your primary and then switching.
Today in this video, I show you how to allow apps to access storage on Android device. For this, you have to open settings. Now you have to scroll down to find apps. Open apps. Now click on permissions. Again click on permissions. Now in permission manager, you have to click on files and media. Now you can see these allowed ones apps are those who have storage access in your device. Now when you scroll down, you see this denied section. In this denied section, you have those apps who don't have storage access in your device. If you want to allow storage, you scroll down. Now when you scroll down, you see this denied section. In this denied section, you have those apps who don't have storage access in your device. If you want to allow storage access to these apps, you just have to open the app which you want and then click on allow. And now this app is also has storage access in your device. So this is how you can allow apps to access. Open apps. Now click on permissions. Again click on permissions. Now in permission manager, you have to click on files and media. Now you can see these allowed ones apps are those who have storage access in your device. Now when you scroll down, you see this denied section. In this denied section, you have those apps who don't have storage access in your device. If you want to allow storage access to these apps, you just have to open the app which you want and then click on allow. And now this app is also has storage access in your device. So now click on permission. permissions. Again click on permissions. Now in permission manager, you have to click on files and media. Now you can see these allowed ones apps are those who have storage access in your device. Now when you scroll down, you see this denied section. In this denied section, you have those apps who don't have storage access in your device. If you want to allow storage access to these apps, you just have to open the app which you want and then click on allow. And now this app is also has storage access in your device. So this is how you can allow apps to access storage in your Android device. Thank you for watching this video. Please like this.
How to solve the problem of allow permissions. So I will open app management and I will open Oppo. After that, so I have already solved settings and I will open app management and I will open touchpad for Oppo.
Hi, permissions. Net. And finally, you can tap on any way using the app. Booking.com feature.